Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. Yes, I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and thank you for joining us this Wednesday afternoon of March 25th, 2009. And I do need to make an announcement today. I know many of you have gone to the website to look for or listen to the archives on the program for Monday. They actually changed the server, and we're trying to get our website adjusted to the server. So we're working on it. The gentleman who does my website, he actually works for NASA, and he does have a daytime job, so he can only work on it at nighttime. And so we hope to get that resolved hopefully today. So things should be back to normal, hopefully, so you guys can listen to both the Monday and today's program. So, just be patient, but we're working on it. But I do appreciate you telling us about it. 800-375-4188 is our telephone number. And, of course, the website in which you normally can listen to the programs is discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. And questions for the program, they've been coming in off sporadically for 2 days now, so I'm going to have to go back through all my emails, make sure we catch them all, but send your questions for the program to discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. And, of course, questions regarding your gold and silver coins. We can lock in prices by email. Just give us an email, and we can correspond back and forth at discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. And let's just see where the market is. Gold today, great day for gold. Oh, it's not great because it didn't move 100 points. It's a good day for gold, very good day. And let me get to my screen here. You'd think I'd have it up but I was looking for questions. And I'm doing the stumbling here. But it's a very good day, a great turnaround time, and we have gold to the positive. Up right now in the market, up 8 at 935. You have silver up 4 at 1350. Platinum is up 4 at 1131, and palladium is up at 215. And prior to the program, Bob, you asked me how low the Dow was, and actually it was a lot lower than the 15. I see a number as low as 41. And Bob will tell you why that number is important. Robert Chapman will be joining us from the International Forecaster as he joins us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we always thank him and enjoy and appreciate him taking the time to be here. Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon. Well, you're right. And when we got on the phone 3 minutes before we started the program, the market was off about 15 points. And it looks like it's going to close up 90. So that shows you the power of the United States government and the manipulative things that they do. The price of gold at that time was up $13.50. And I'll give you another price here very shortly in the April month. But it's all good. What we had was, after the announcement last week by the Treasury that they were going to make some changes and spend trillions of dollars of taxpayers' money, the open interest on the COMEX increased by 1,209,600 ounces in the 2 days following the Fed's announcement. Now, I'd like someone to explain to me who in their right mind would short gold following the Fed's plan to double its balance sheet. And these attempts to suppress gold prices are now becoming very obvious and very desperate, which we think will soon, their control, or their attempted control over the market will be coming to an end. And I think that's very important. It's just like this bump up in the last 5 minutes and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. They just can't help themselves. And they're trying to keep it up, but they're trying to keep it up because of two things. And I should say there's one more factor besides the U.S. and other central banks either borrowing gold and selling it into the market, or lending gold and have it sold into the market, or even selling bullion for that matter. And I think that the meeting this weekend at the G20 is going to be a disaster. The Europeans and others, want some sort of another unit of monetary measure to use in international trade. They don't want the dollar anymore. Gold's up 10.60 right now, and silver's up 12 cents in the April month. The other nations, are going to argue with the United States, which will want to keep the dollar as that reserve currency. And that's why Queen Hillary's been running all over the world trying to tell people, look, we got to have the dollar, it's safe, and the treasuries are safe, and so on and so forth. And I think very few people believe her, and rightly so. And then we have these buffoons running up and down, Bernanke and Geithner, who are trying to solve an insolvable problem. And Geithner's got a plan that was put into operation 6 months ago by Paulson that didn't work. And so, and when you read the International Forecaster today, I have a number of links in the end of the U.S. section to other financial writers such as James Galbraith and Paul Krugman, certainly no conservatives by any means, and they think it's a disaster. Joe Stiglitz, Nobel Prize winner, thinks it's a disaster. I don't think it's going to fly, and this market's going to come down hard. And that'll be discussed along with the zero interest rates, which they don't want to do, and they being Europe and others, but not England and the U.S. Now, another thing is that they don't want to keep on pumping up their money supply, money and credit, like the U.S. and England are doing. They've done some of it, but not anywhere near the extent. England's up 18.8%, and they're still showing inflation. And Brown said today that he thought it was going to go away, and it isn't going to go away. It's going to get worse. England really is in desperate straits right now. Also at the meeting, there will be discussion of a replacement for the dollar, and that's where the biggest arguments will come in. And I believe that as a compromise measure, they'll accept, the others, will accept a basket of currencies, whether it's 7 currencies or 10 or 20, it doesn't make any difference. None of them are backed by gold. The euro has a small backing. It's really inconsequential under the circumstances. And so no matter what they come up with, all they're doing is delaying the problem. The other nations are not solving their problem for themselves. They are cutting the cord with the dollar, which will go down and stay down and be down for a long time. I mean, fool me once, but don't try to fool me twice. Anyway, that meeting is going to be a disaster. So what, and they knew this weeks ago. So they ran the stock market up from 6,600 to 7,800. Because they know when the meeting's over, the market's coming down, probably back to 6,600 again. So they wanted to create a cushion, and that's what they've done. With gold, it went up to 1,000. They just kicked it right back down again. Runs back to 960 and knock it back down again. Now there's another factor in the gold knockdown by the central banks, and I read you what they were doing in the market, but also Thursday is options expiration, and these are gold options, and there's large positions at 900 and 905, 910 in that area, 920. And the principles